Okay, I'm going to do another opening. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 12. So far, I just need another Han, and I need to get the Tusken Raider Sandperson and the Stormtrooper. Brought out I did the opening of the Jawa last. Just you can see how close to scale these guys are. I mean, it's pretty intense. I do love the Black Series BB-8. There's no flat spot on him. He just rolls. But he's pretty cool. Spin him like a top if you want to, because he's BB-8. He just rolls around. But the scale between the Jawa and the R2s and R5s are pretty close to, I'd say, movie accurate. I mean, you can see in the picture with Luke on the R5, the Jawas just barely stand over the head of the droids. So, looks like they got their scales pretty close to accurate as far as heights of what the characters should actually be. I mean, it's pretty good. But I still have, as you can see, I've got Chewie, Han, Luke, Vader, Jawa, the Death Squad Commander, R5, 3PO, Ben, and Leia. And that's what I've got for my set. What I've got opened, or left open, I've still got another Ben. I have another Chewie. I went and found him just because the face is just so much more awesome than the Black Series face that comes in the I think it was the Force Awakens version, because in that one the face is closed. This one's open. You get the teeth and everything. And then I have Leia. I think I just want to hold Leia last, just because she's cool and everything. But also I was thinking I might want to open her next, because some of the pictures I've seen where people have gotten her figure open, not necessarily this one, but maybe the Black Series one, the hood goes over her head, like in the some of the scenes in the movie. And that was kind of cool. I'm not sure if, I think Ben's does that as well. There's a bulge in the back of his, but I haven't seen anybody playing with the Ben's figure online. Maybe I'll do him next. Oh, he's even got some plastic bands on his arms, whereas the other guys didn't. They just pop right out. Leia's got, no, she doesn't have any either. Ben's got some plastic bands on his arms. Luke doesn't. I don't see any on Han. The Death Squad Commander didn't, and I don't think Vader did either. Maybe I'll do a Ben next, because it's Ben. And I would assume that with the lightsaber the same, the blue blade should pop out. I do love how in the screenshot it's yellow. Same on both figures that I've got. That one and the other one both show yellow blade. So I'm not too sure where they got that from, because he didn't have a yellow blade in the movie. At least not that I remember. But I don't know. Some of these things just don't seem to be quite accurate enough. But in the originals, Ben had the yellow blade on the original figure. So yeah, the yellow blade is an anomaly, because in the original figures, Luke had the yellow, Ben had blue. So even if, and of course Vader had red, because Vader always has red, although there was a Vader, I believe, that had a green blade that someone was talking about one time. But those are some of the ultra rare oddball figures that come out. I've got a Luke Skywalker from the Expanded that has a think he's got a red blade figure. So I think I'm going to open up old Ben, and because I want to hold on to Leia, and I want to see how cool his cloak is compared to Vader's, because Vader's cloaks are pretty. He's got the one on the hips, and then he's got the one over the shoulders. Those are pretty impressive. I'm going to do the horrific tearing of the package. Had somebody tell me one time, "Why are you opening them?" Because I have duplicates. That's what you do. You get duplicates. You can do openings, and you can have multiples, and you can play with them. Although I'm not doing that with the Black Series ones. And he is out. Relatively harmless. Little plastic case like the rest of them. But he's got this band on the back side. I don't know if you can see that on the back. So we just take a pair of scissors and snip it. And then he should just pop right out. Pull the lightsaber out first. Maybe. Oh, it comes out and slides out. So he got his lightsaber. And that looks pretty close to the lightsaber from the movie. I don't know if it's gonna zoom in on that very well, or what the deal on that is as far as focused. Pretty good detail on it. Really good detail on it. I mean, that's pretty realistic for a little toy. So in theory, that should. Ooh, it's not. It is not popping out. Huh. So his lightsaber does not, if it does, it's not popping out easily, and I don't want to break it. So that's just going to stay all together. There's a hook for his belt, but because you can't take the blade out, at least I can't pop this one out. The Luke's came out fine, and Vader's comes out fine. Ben's just didn't want to come out. So let's work him out of the package. He's got the cloth cape, and he's got the hard plastic cape. Or robes. Not capes, robes. Alright, and he is out. We just take these little pieces, pop them out of the way, and we have Ben Kenobi, Master Jedi Knight. His foot's all screwed up. I don't know if I can. His foot is all screwed up. I mean, I gotta look at that. His foot is like completely off to the side. I don't know if that's just a defect or if that's the way it actually is. It kind of straightened out a little bit. Is he going to stand up with like that? Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's weird though. I mean, his foot's really screwed up. He's got a little hook on the front for his saber, which, because they can't pop it out, I'm not going to worry about putting it on. He's got the hard plastic on that, which splits all the way up to the sides. So you can see his boots and the brown robes go all the way up on either side. Those are his pants. And the cloak lifts all the way up. He's got a little pouch on the side, molded on it. And then this just kind of tucks around. You got the molding on all that. And he does have a hood, which is tucked back in. Oh, look at that. So you can have him wearing his over the top hood. You can have it pulled back a little bit where it hides his face in the shadow. I don't know how easy it's going to be to see him like that. Sitting on that plastic piece. That kind of works. All you really see is his beard. His face is pretty well covered. So it appears that you can do the same with Leia as you can with Ben. You can have his hood up or down. Now the arms are kind of buried in this cloak. I don't know if you can pull it up a little bit, even with the plastic or not. Get this brought up around. Yeah, it's not cut right. It doesn't go all the way to his front, so you can envelop him in his robe. Vader's you can wrap all the way around him. He's all wrapped up in it. Ben, they kind of shorted him a little bit. They got the back fairly decent to where it covers the whole backside, but when it comes around to the front, it's like they shorted him on the fabric. It doesn't just want to wrap around and stay secured. Now, we'll see if we can get... The arms are pretty well... They don't want to bend too much. In fact, these... Well, they do have some movement. Luke's I can get bent all the way around to where he's holding the lightsaber with both hands. Ben, don't think is going to work. I'm not getting the movement. I don't know if I want to take the cloak off because I don't know how easy it's going to be to get back on. But his arms are not wanting to move. His hands got a little bit of movement to them, but you can kind of spin it a little bit. But I'm not getting the side movement like I should be getting. Where I can get him off to the side. Yeah, there's no side movement at all on it. So he's pretty much just going to be a straight on, put the lightsaber in the hand with the old bony hand. He has some old bony hands on him. And we'll just pop the lightsaber in, and that's pretty much going to be him for that. He's not as cool as some of the other figures. They actually limited him on a lot of the stuff. Movement and everything. Well, that arm's got some decent movement there. I just can't get the twist so he can hold it with both hands. I mean, well, maybe. Can we get it? Do we have the angle? The angle on the dangle. Maybe. Uh-oh. Maybe. Look at that. I think we got it. It's not perfect. Spin the hand a little bit. Turn the hand a little bit. And, well, it wasn't pretty, but we got it. Kind of an action pose. I don't know if I can put anybody in front of him, because his lightsaber is literally going to slice him in half. But that almost is the dueling pose with Vader. I mean, that's pretty close. You know, having the dueling between Vader and Obi-Wan. It's pretty awesome. Because I do have the Vader with all of his cloakness ability. And then you have Obi, who would be about like that. And for those that forget, yes, I did open the Red Eye Vader. Yes, yay me. But having... Oh, and there goes Ben. And there goes Vader. Maybe they'll both stand up straight on this silly-ass plastic thing. Got Ben in that funky foot. Two of them dueling. Almost recreates the awesome scene. The video almost gives a glow to the red saber, but that is the opening of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it's a shame you can't leave him on that the 40th anniversary platform like this. That would be an awesome pose to have. But that's what they are. There's the opening.